Que tú me tienes temblando de noche y de día. Tú me hiciste brujería.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I am your host, Evan from HIMediaTV, and welcome back to my little black book, the vlog show where I talk into a camera for a indeterminate amount of time and you listen for some reason. Today I want to talk about the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., the current battleground for the soul of our democracy and the first city put under martial law by Taco-in-Chief. Fucking cankle-ass taco-covered, whatever. Point is that Donald Trump has falsely taken, illegally taken over the the police department in D.C. and obviously, there's no protest from the cops in D.C. because they're D.C. cops, they're the fucking devil. But a judge the other day just said, you're not allowed to do that. And so it's going to be a 50, and here's the thing, it's like a 50-50 shot on whether or not the Trump administration is even going to listen to what this judge said. Because whether or not the Trump administration listens to court rulings is really just a coin flip. I think it comes down more so to whoever's in his ear at the time, I guess. I don't know. For me, it's like this the MAGA maggots are so gung-ho to, have their preconceived biases of how the world is, even when it isn't that way, that, is it any surprise that the, ICE agents and the police officers are bumbling around D.C. with nothing to do? Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that they're at a 30-year low. D.C. is now one of the safer cities in the country. Whoop-de-doo! Who could have fucking thunk it? But if we're being plainly serious, the fact of the matter is that when it comes to the federal occupation of D.C., even if that one judge didn't rule, hey, you're not allowed to do that. There's this, D.C. would probably be the only state that Trump could get away with doing that, because D.C. is a city directly under the control of the federal government. It's the only city that is directly under control of the federal government. It's the only one. Everything else is under the state of the city itself, the county, and then the state. And so this brings us to a point where, hey, how are you going to do that, Big Chief? Because on average, it takes about one person with a gun to occupy an area with 25 people living in it. And I'm not the best at math, but I'm pretty sure that the total amount of people in the United States military, if you also included every police officer, every state trooper, every sheriff's deputy, every sheriff, and every National Guard member, it ain't enough to occupy all that. There's 350 million people in the United States. 350 million. Come on. But I don't think it matters. This is just an extension of Trump and the fascistic elements of the Republican Party desperate for photo ops. It seems like they're so bad, compared to the fascist movements of old. I think it really does come down to the fact that Donald Trump and Stephen Miller, especially people like Stephen Miller, despite having ideological fascists like Stephen Miller helming a lot of these policies, None of these people, even the most ideologically driven, are willing to die for it. It's because they're weak. The modern American conservative is weak. They are weak-willed, they are weak-minded, and they are weak-spirited. They are scared of ephemeral black people in a place that they will never live, getting benefits that, they could, like, getting benefits that they perceive that they don't deserve. There are people that are willing to pave over, their own pools and shit to not share them with black people. They are scared of the concept of brown people existing in this country. They get upset when they see, a brown person on TV. They're weak. They're weak-willed and they're weak-spirited, and it's pathetic. And how could they be anything but? And so, is it any wonder that the political movement that they have spent their entire lives being behind, in some cases, since the Reagan administration, it's nothing. They talk about about free speech, but the only thing that they seem to care about in regards to free speech is the ability to, lust after children and say racial and say slurs without any repercussions societally. But meanwhile, if somebody says, hey, gay people exist, and Donald Trump is a racist, you say you shouldn't be allowed to say that. If I post a meme of JD Vance with a baby looking like he talks like this, I should be allowed to do that. They don't want me to do that. There's a reason why almost every, if not every single authoritarian dictatorship that has ever existed in human history has been right-leaning in nature. I think DC is going to be fine in the long run. In the short term, it's going to suck ass. The people are going to be brutalized, and it's going to be fucking terrible. But at the end of the day, Trump's in a bubble. And nowhere near as many people are as supportive of his regime as he thinks. A reminder, he won the last election by like 1.5% in a race where I think 20% of the people that showed up in the last race didn't show up. And this is in a country where only 60% of the people of the potential electorate actually vote, and that's on a good year. Usually it's like 30% or 40%. I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep focusing on working, hanging out with my girlfriend, seeing my friends, building my community, and looking into buying guns. I suggest you all do the same. This is another chapter in my little black book closed. Thank you all for watching. I've been HIMediaTV. Let me send you the pre-recorded Evan.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at himedia.gg/Discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at himedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.
Quack.